Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm Ed Gottwalls along with Lizzie Arbogast. We apologize for the delay this week. We had a little sickness going around the office, so if you get a cough out of here, you'll know what it's all about. We got 5 football games on tap this week to talk about. 4 of them are Friday night. We'll go down the list here and we'll come back to them. Central Dauphin at Chambersburg at 7 o'clock. Gettysburg at Greencastle at 7:30 start. West Perry at Shippensburg at 7. James Buchanan at Waynesboro at 7:30, and then on Saturday, it's Calvin Coolidge at Mercersburg Academy at 2:30. And we'll go right to the big game this week, which is Central Dauphin at Chambersburg. I'm sensing a lot of build-up for this game. Central Dauphin, of course, is the defending PAAA class Quad A champion. They got all their skill players back. They're loaded. The only thing to say about them negative is they did lose 2 weeks ago to Bishop McDevitt.
Yeah.
But they had her 2 best players out for that game, so that kind of made a difference. But Chambersburg comes in 3-0. I think a lot of people really see this as a measuring stick for them.
Yeah, Chambersburg, I think they have a lot going for them. I mean, they can definitely challenge, that's for sure.
Yeah, both teams are really good on offense. Last year, Central Dauphin just killed Chambersburg's defense. It was just big play after big play after big play. That's what has to change this year for the Trojans to have a chance, I think.
Yeah, and I don't think that Chambersburg's defense has really been challenged too much.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think that might be the big matchup right there. See these offense against Chambersburg's defense, because I think Chambersburg's offense is good enough to score some.
Mm-hmm.
Just a matter of how much.
Right.
But nothing else. We just want a close game.
Right. Close game would be nice for the
Yes.
Trojans this
And we
week.
do expect a nice crowd, so it should be interesting.
Yes.
And it's going to be alumni night, and they're doing a camouflage clothing night, so it's going to be pretty interesting. Hunt the Rams is what they're calling
Yes. Should be interesting.
it. All right, Gettysburg is playing at Greencastle, both coming off losses last week. Of course, Chambersburg blew out Gettysburg, and Greencastle fell to Susquehanna Township. Any thoughts on this one for you?
I think that Gettysburg might have a chance this week if they can get some big plays. I think that thing that we've noticed about Greencastle is that they have trouble stopping the big play. I think they let up 5 touchdowns last week of 20+ yards, 25+ yards. So I think that Gettysburg, if they can find a way to get those big plays in, they might have a chance.
Well, they had 2 of their top kids out last week, the Nye twins, and if they play this week, they're probably the 2 best players, so could make a difference there. West Perry's at Shippensburg. These are 2-1 teams. West Perry's coming off a win over Middletown. Shippensburg lost their first one to Northeastern. I think the Hounds are going to be kind of hungry to get back in the winning column.
Yeah, I do too. I think that Shippensburg's going to have to find a way to stop a run game, though. They let up 280 yards rushing last week.
That's unusual for them.
Yeah, and I've heard that West Perry is a run-heavy offense, so if Shippensburg can do that, they should be good to go.
Okay. Now we have 2 local teams going at it. James Buchanan at Waynesboro. I guess the stat to look at here is Waynesboro shut out New Oxford last week.
Right.
The week before, New Oxford scored 56 against JB. So that doesn't look good for the Rockets.
No, not so much. James Buchanan is struggling a lot this year, especially defensively, so I think it's going to be difficult for him to stop, especially now that Johnny Adgers seems to be back on track as far as last week went. So that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I think JB's going to score points on most everybody they play this year. Just a question of can they stop them, and especially can they stop them late, because they've been in games early.
Right.
So we'll have to see about that.
Right.
And then Saturday, Mercersburg Academy hosting Calvin Coolidge. Coolidge is 1-2, but they only lost by like 6 points last week to an undefeated team, so they might be pretty decent. They're also from D.C., which is where Spingarn was last week. That Mercersburg beat 35-0. So we'll see. I don't think they've played these guys before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mercersburg did well last week. It was definitely a good start to the season, but I think there's still some room for improvement there.
Yeah. And we want to remind you again that our game this week that we're live streaming was going to be Gettysburg at Greencastle. We switched that to CD at Chambersburg, mostly because of all the interest in the game. And so if you can't make the Trojan Stadium, you can certainly go online, either the Public Opinion website or the Game Time PA website, and catch it there. All right. Thanks for joining us. Until next week, enjoy the games.